Come with me on another adventure back to Houston. Here we go. Clear prep. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. So we are departing Romeo, Charlie, Kilo, and making our way back to Sugarland. Sierra, Golf, Romeo. Caulfield traffic, Cherokee 7738 November is back taxiing to runway 35, Caulfield traffic. Not seeing anybody coming in, haven't heard any radio calls, and just keeping an eye. We're just gonna go right past the line here and just knock this out really fast. And I'm gonna go sideways because I'm in a low wing, that way I can see both directions. RPM set to 1,000, a little bit higher is okay. We're gonna warm up the engine anyway. Brakes are set, fuel proper tank 17 and 20. Full tank is gonna be our right tank. Fuel pressure remains in the green. Electric fuel pump off and fuel pressure stays in the green. Flight control check. Tail is up, tail is down. Looks good. Left turn, left ailerons up, right ailerons down. Right turn, right ailerons up, and the left one is down. Rudders and brakes were working properly during taxi. Perfect. Instruments are all looking fantastic. Mixture is best power. Primers in and locked. RPM's 2,000. All gauges are slowly coming up in the green. Right magneto check. Small drop and everything else is looking great. Back to both. 2,000, a little bit higher, so that's good. We want more power rather than less. Left magneto check now. Fantastic. Back to both one more time. Beautiful. Carb heat on. Carb heat off. Everything looks great. Power to idle to ensure the airplane continues to run. RPM is 1,000 once again. All gauges are still in the green. Final is still clear on both sides, so that looks good. Flaps are 0. Electric fuel pump on. Mixture's best power. Carb heats off. Pitot heats off. Rotating beacon light is on. HSI still aligns magnetic compass within 10 degrees. Still no bubbles, cracks, or leaks. Caulfield traffic, Cherokee 7738 November is taking off runway 35, and then I will be departing to the southeast. Caulfield traffic. Not seeing anybody. Everything looks great here. Beautiful. Let's do it. Of course, we've got some birds, per usual. Full power. Gonna get nice and fast so I can get off the ground quickly because of this slope. Everything looks great. And rotate. There we go. Caulfield traffic, Cherokee 7738 November is turning for a left crosswind, runway 35, but will be departing the area to the southeast. Caulfield traffic.
72 Golf is left base, runway 34, camera traffic.
Different airport, because that's runway 34, and we just took off 35, so that's good.
Helicopter to the south of Cameron Field, got stop the aviation site. We're entering a left base, runway 34, Cameron.
Alright, everything looks great here. We'll go full power here for that climb now. All gauges in the green. Fuel pump off, fuel pressure remains in the green. Landing light off. Beautiful. Caulfield traffic, Cherokee 7738 November, just departed runway 35, departing to the southeast. Final call, Caulfield. Direct Sugarland, autopilot on, nav mode active, and continuing that climb at about 120 should do me just fine. Looking out for traffic. Good afternoon, approach Cherokee 773 November, just departed Caulfield. Like to pick up IFR back to Sugarland, please. Sierra Golf Romeo.
773 November, squawk 4557.
Squawk 4557, 7738 November.
November 3 November, and you are ready to contact 3 miles south of the Rockdale Airport. You are cleared to Sugarland via direct, climb and maintain 7,000.
Clear direct Sugarland, climb maintain 7,000, 7738 November, thanks. Cool. That was easy. Love when that happens. No, I think I've earned it. I was pretty patient and I was pretty understanding about not being able to get my delicious sub sandwich.
Just in case you're confused, when I walked up to go and order my sub, this is the sign I saw.
All that anticipation and planning, and this happens to be the day she closed at 2 o'clock. I got a free Diet Coke. The man at the bar felt bad for me, so he bought it for me.
Which just means I'll be making another trip here to Rockdale Airport. I've been calling it Caulfield. I talked to a couple of the other pilots and they said you can either say Caulfield or Rockdale. If you're from the area, leave a comment, let me know which one you prefer. But overall, really simple, easy airport. This will be a really quick flight though. We're going to climb, maintain 7,000. I am going to keep an eye on these clouds because there's really no point to go into them if we don't have to. So we may level off at 5,000 depending on what our winds are looking like. But right now, indicated is 120 in a climb with ground speed being 125. Power is set to about 2550 RPMs. All gauges are in the green. I am burning quite a bit of fuel, so I do want to level off fairly quickly so I can start leaning out that mixture for real. But we are going to lean it out just a tad in the climb, and then we'll re-lean it once we level off. So we went from burning about 15.5 gallons down to about 11. That works for me for now. Now I have a 45-minute flight to decide what I want to do for dinner. Honestly, I'll probably go to like Subway or something. Approach Turkey 7738 November with request.
Turkey 38 November, say request.
I'd like to request to stay at 5,000 if able for 7738 November. The winds are pretty good here.
Sounds good, 3 November, maintain 5,000.
Maintain 5,000, 773 November, appreciate it.
You bet. Skyhawk 7924.
That works.
Contact approach 119.
200 feet to go until we level off. I wasn't quite fast enough, so that's why we didn't hear the beeping sound this time around. But we'll level up at 5,000 and take a look. Right now our climb through speed is about 117 and our ground speed is 134. So I'm just not going to continue climbing, burn extra fuel for no reason. It is starting to get dark already, even though it's not actually getting dark. It's just because the clouds are getting thicker and thicker, so less of that sunshine is coming through, which is fine. So I'm pulling that power down to 2,600 RPMs, and I'm going to re-lean out my mixture. So I'm going to increase it a bit, and then I'm going to pull it back till I hear that engine roughness once again. Which is right about there. Push that forward here. And now I'm burning between 9 and 9.5 and 10 gallons per hour. That works for me. I also have my vents closed, and the temperature is now 40 degrees and dropping. So I may or may not actually have to turn the heat on for us on today's flight, but that's all right. Quick check-in, 25, we can increase that a bit. Let's do RPMs 2,600. Cylinder head temperature is 391. All gauges are in the green, burning about 9 to 10 gallons per hour, so that looks great. Indicated airspeed is 133 and ground speed is 146, level at 5,000 feet. And as of right now, our time en route is about 38 minutes. So this is going to be a very quick and hopefully easy flight. Love it. I'm turning my heater on. I despise being cold. I think my perfect temperature, if it could just be like 81 degrees every single day with like partly cloudy, I'd be so happy. As a pilot, I'd still be able to fly VFR if I wanted to, but I could also fly IFR and file for specific altitudes to ensure that I hit those clouds. I could be in a t-shirt and shorts, or I could be in jeans and a tank, and I'd still be comfy cozy. Yeah, I think 81 or 82 degrees every single day would be perfect. And if you can think of somewhere in the world where it is like that, let me know, because I just might move there. Bringing in a little bit more power. Perfect. Alright, so I changed up all of my frequencies on our last flight. So I'm going to come over here and pop in 118.125, which is our ATIS frequency. It's now actually AWAS at Sugarland. The last known weather update was VFR, winds coming from 060 at 15, gusting 21, 10 statute miles and sky clear, so easy peas. I'm going to be stoked if I can get that ground speed to be like 160. That's like one of my biggest non-negotiables for my next airplane is it needs to go faster. I would also like to be able to fly higher. I love flying to Florida and Arizona, and I absolutely despise when I'm flying through to Florida, going through Foley, Alabama. Beautiful airport, beautiful area, wonderful people. Everybody is so, so kind. But there is always in front moving through that area. I mean, before I even check the weather at my destination airport, before I leave the next day, I check Foley, Alabama first to see if I'm even going to be able to get through it. So I'm really hoping my next airplane will go faster and higher, and then I won't have to worry as much about that. Beggars can't be choosers, though. I still love my little red. She's still the sweetest little thing. And she's running fantastic today. I'm super happy.
490, climb and maintain 3000, return this frequency.
So we have roughly 36 gallons of fuel on board, which is a little over 3.5 hours. I am going to go a little bit faster because it's nice and calm, and we might as well. I love when I get to fly fast in Little Red, which, by the way, I don't get to do very often. But
For 1 Julie Golf, get radar contact.
maybe not that fast. I'm thinking like 2650 RPMs. I think that will do us just fine.
How will that approach terminate?
3020, 755.
Well, that was random.
Golf, fly heading.
Hopefully you actually saw that facial expression. I'll try to do it again. I don't think that's legit, because I don't see a single drop of rain in front of me right now. I see some funky clouds over there, though. My radar on my iPad doesn't want to cooperate. 30 minutes, baby. This is a quick flight. I'm trying to decide where I want to go to next. I had a whole bunch of recommendations kind of show up in my comment section, and it was because when Allie and I were talking about, you know, doing another overnight or flying to get lunch or whatever, we told y'all that it was non-negotiable that we have lunch or dinner wherever we go. So I've got a list of like 30 different airports in my phone. I think now is a pretty good time to listen to some tunes. Let's do it. Let's jam out a little bit.
Fahrenheit Lima Alpha, descend to maintain 5000.
Approach 7 Delta Papa request.
What's that? The wind is trying to make me redline our RPMs today. I don't think so. We're getting closer to that 160. Our ground speed is now 155.
7 Delta Papa, roger, proceed as requested.
We'll hit 160 in the descent. We always do.
Good afternoon.
Now seems like a good time to crack open that crispy Coke.
280 Foxer Whiskey, Houston approach, roger.
I remember when I was in high school, I used to only drink regular Coca-Cola. And I started, oh shoot, hold on. That was close. I started going over to my friend's house, and she only ever had Diet Coke on hand, so that's how I got into drinking Diet Coke. Little fun fact of the day for you. Cheers!
Fly heading 270.
Fly heading 270, 1 Julie Golf.
40 Foxtrot Whiskey, descend to maintain 8000.
Descend to maintain 8000, 0 Foxtrot.
Sometimes you just need to go into your karaoke stage, you know? We are currently flying over Brenham Municipal, 11 Romeo. There are many a times I have wanted to come to this airport, and I'm pretty sure I landed there for fuel, but I didn't ever do anything there. Might have to check it out. Looks like a nice airport. I've been to so many smaller airports in this area that they all just kind of start to look the same, honestly. I think what really sets it apart is when I get a chance to talk to other pilots, especially local pilots. I do not want these bumps. 123.8, have a good day. 773 November. Good afternoon, Houston. Cherokee 7738 November, checking in 5,000.
Cherokee 7738 November, thank you. Advise me Sugarland's automated weather.
Roger, I'll advise as soon as I can pick up the weather. 773 November.
Those are 354 to the 5,000.
138 Zulu. Wind 030 at 13. Visibility 10. Sky conditions clear.
To 967, contact Houston 134.45.
0.03 Celsius. Altimeter 3016.
Number 3, November flighting 150.
150-773 November, I've got the weather as well.
Houston approach Cherokee 41606.
Just hit a whole bunch of random unstable air. I don't know why. There's nothing there. Alright, we're at about 30 minutes, so electric fuel pump on. Fuel pressure's in the green. Rolling this over to the left tank, which is our fuller tank, so that looks good. Fuel pressure stays in the green. Fuel pump back off, and fuel pressure still in the green. Perfect.
10 o'clock, 5 miles southwestbound, converging your altitude.
And Houston, Turkey 773 November, I've got the weather at Sugarland requesting the visual 35.
Number 38, November, Roger. Expect the visual 35.
We're going to speed things along. He's really busy and it's starting to get darker. Plus, I think there's some rain out there.
Number 3, November, descend to 3,000.
Descend 3,000, 773 November. Alright, we're going to descend at 500 feet per minute. Pull some of that power back. And this is going to go pretty quickly, so I'm just going to do mixture full rich here. Put us in the best possible position to come into land 3-5. As we get a little closer, depending on what these clouds and the rain does, I may cancel so we can get on the ground faster. Because it sounds like there's a lot of traffic going into Sugarland right now.
3-5, Sugarland, Gulf Hawk 3.
Gulf Hawk 3, thank you. And I missed it if you said it. Verify you have the automated weather. The ATIS is still out of service.
Brr.
We do have the automated weather.
Turning that heater all the way on. It's 42 degrees. I know it doesn't sound cold. It's cold to me.
Hawk 3, did you want direct to airport here in a few miles or direct to hello?
I want direct.
We're going to get direct Hulu, or Hulo for the visual for Gulf Hawk 3.
I'm not the only one who botches waypoints in this area. Love it.
Ready to your Alpha, contact Executive Tower, 126.97.
Yeah, that is rain. Missed it by a few miles. Honestly, I like flying through rain, but I don't feel like doing it right now because if we fly through rain, odds are the rain is going to follow us to Sugarland, which means when I get out to get everything all situated and get in the truck and everything, I'm going to get rained on, and I just do not feel like dealing with that today. Sugarland is definitely busy, though. Holy moly. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 inbound, 4, and 2, if not 3, in the traffic pattern. I'm really excited that we're getting close to the summertime months because I fly early during the summertime, so I don't really see all this busy traffic.
Gulf Hawk 3, descend to 4,000.
Of course, in the summertime, I'm usually also flying much further to places like California, Arizona, Florida. At some point, I'm making my way to the Bahamas. But a quick check-in, we have 12 minutes until we're supposed to be arriving at our destination. It's going to be a little longer than that because we're going to have to obviously be routed in and wait our turn, but that's okay. All of our gauges are in the green.
November, expect direct, 3, November, proceed direct to Hulu or hello, they're on the localizer for the visual.
Roger, I'll proceed direct to Hulu, 773 November, thanks.
3 November, thank you. Traffic south of you, 3 miles. That guy's been maneuvering out there. He's been all over the place. Right now, he's northwestbound, 2,600 feet indicated.
Roger, I'll keep an eye out for him for 773 November, thank you. Procedure. Approach. Let's just do ILS 35.
Tango, how will you approach terminate?
Full stop, and once we're established, we'll cancel IFR in the air. What's your tango?
Thank you.
Okay. Like I said, gonna add a little bit of time. We are going to fly to one of the waypoints for the approach, but we're not actually going to shoot the instrument approach. I think this is just so that we can actually get in and start getting in line to come into land, which I appreciate. That works. So it's so funny, the iPad says 26 minutes because it's accounting for me going to hello, Hulu, however you want to say that, and coming back around to actually shoot the full approach. But according to our GPS, it's about 12 minutes. So it's actually not that bad. And I can see the hangars. So we're right on track. I think those are the hangars. Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah, that should be right. There's another airport that we're going to fly basically directly over, and I thought that that might have been what I was looking at too. But if I look across, like right at the angle that I'm at right now, and I look at the lake, I can see the smokestacks, and I know that my airport is directly parallel to those smokestacks. So this works.
To intercept the localizer. Number 38 November, previous traffic is no factor.
Roger, 773 November, thanks. I was looking for him, but he turned the other way, so that's totally cool. Let's see, we're going to land at about probably 5:10 or so, which means I'm going to just take my time, turn on some tunes, and sit in traffic for over an hour to get home. But at least I got to go for a flight. At least you got to come with me, so I'm very happy you were able to join me on today's flight. If you had fun and you want to see more adventures, then make sure you smash that like button. It does help the channel. And of course, subscribe so you never miss an adventure, because I have a lot of really cool things coming up and I cannot wait to share them with you. So thanks for joining me today. We've got a few raindrops on our windshield. Just a couple though. Temperature did increase to 50 degrees though, so I'm going to turn that heater down. When I'm cold, I'm vigilant. Yeah. Maybe not that cold though. We'll do halfway. Already got our tower frequency in. Solid. We are ready. We are ready to land. This Gulf Hawk is going 212 knots. Must be nice.
Number 5, Tango Hotel, you're 11 miles.
I'm going to turn this down a little bit more because I don't really need the approach. I just wanted to make sure I could see. Hello. Traffic pattern altitude at Sugarland is going to be 1,100 feet. So I am going to set that up, but obviously I'm not going to descend, and then I can change it if necessary. If he just says, you know, descend, maintain 2,200 or something, we can change that as we need to. So no big deal there. Looks like a lot of the traffic that was coming in before us were full stop landings, which is fantastic news, because that'll mean that putting us in sequence won't be as difficult as I was worried it was going to be. Okay, now I really do think I see our hangars. And I also think I see the grain elevator. And it is where it's supposed to be, because I can see the Amazon building too. So, right on track. Beautiful. Love when that happens. Get a little closer and I'll probably just cancel with him as soon as I get into the Delta. No I won't. I don't want to lose my sequence. We're sticking with him. I did that one time. I can't remember. I think I was coming into New Orleans and I decided to cancel and go VFR to continue inbound. That was a mistake. As soon as I canceled VFR, I switched to tower and I was like, okay, everything is great. You know, I'm just going to come in and land, whatever. Nope. 7738 November. Oh, it was San Antonio International. My clearance to land was canceled not once, not twice, but 3 times. And then they finally let me come in, and I just thought it was hilarious, which I should have known because obviously you have big airplanes flying in and out of there, and they have an actual schedule they have to keep. I have a schedule I try to keep, but I don't do that anymore. If I fly into those bigger airports, I'm staying IFR all the way down. You weren't getting rid of me. Of course, now whenever I go to San Antonio, I like to go to Stinson Municipal because it's much smaller and it's super easy to get downtown. Plus, it's cheaper to park there than it is to go and park at the international airport, which, duh, makes sense. Traffic is still looking good. Airplane is still running beautifully. Temperature outside is 51 degrees. I mean, you really can't get much better than this. It was a great, great day of flying today. It really was. I don't usually fly from this side. The airport looks much different from over here.
Number 5, Tango Hotel, contact Sugarland Tower 11865.
Contact Sugarland Tower on 118.65, 5 Tango Hotel.
I used to fly with my dad all the time, which, by the way, I am going to do a trip with him because I know a lot of you have been asking to see Pops. But I would always, when I would come in, I would just have a nice slow RPM. I'm just not in a rush to come in and land, and it would drive him nuts. And the only reason I bring that up right now is because I'm still only burning 10 gallons per hour, even though I have my mixture full rich, but I have my RPMs fluctuating between 2350 and 2400. I could definitely go a lot faster if I wanted to, but I don't know. I just think it's nice and peaceful to come in here and just not be in a rush.
November, turn 10 degrees right.
10 degrees right, 7738 November.
Number 3, November, you'll be number 2 for the airport. You're following a 172 on a straight in. He is about 3 miles south of hello at this time.
Roger, I'll be number 2 and I'll look out for the traffic to follow for 7738 November. Thanks. I'll slow down just a tad.
Monitor 5 out of 2,714 knots.
Runway in sight. I don't know if the camera will pick this up or not, but this is who we are following right now. So he's 1,100 feet below us, which is why we're just staying level at 3,000 feet. I did slow down so I don't have to fly super far out of my way, And then as soon as he crosses in front of us, we should be cleared to be number 2. We'll switch to our tower frequency, and bada bing, bada boom, it'll be time to land. Don't see him yet. I'm looking.
November 3, November, the 172 you're following to Sugarland is off to your left slightly. At about your 11 o'clock, 2.5 miles down low, he's at 1800.
Roger, still looking for traffic for 7738 November. I'll advise as soon as I get him in sight, though. I appreciate it.
3 November, descend to maintain 2000.
Descend maintain 2000, 38 November. Oh, he's just now crossing to my 11 o'clock. Okay, I was going to say, maybe there's 2. Ah, got him. And 7738 November, I've got the traffic to follow in sight.
3 November, Roger. You can start slowing your final. Just maintain your current heading to join the final. Cleared for the visual to 35. Follow the 172. He has slowed. He's 70 across the ground. You're 110.
Roger, I'll slow it down and I'll keep him in sight to follow, continuing this heading and continuing that descent down to 2000 for 7738 November. Thank you. That's funny. He is slow. I know. That's alright. Slow and steady wins the race sometimes. Pull some more of that power back. Give him plenty of time to come into land. Especially with it being a little windy, if it is a student, I don't ever want them to feel rushed. So, no worries. Airspeed right now is about 100, and now we're going 110 over the ground and still slowing, so that's looking good. Continuing that descent down to 2,000, we're at 2,400.
You can turn in to follow the traffic at your leisure. Contact Sugarland 11865. When you check in, tell them you're following the traffic. Have a good day.
Roger, switching to tower. I'll advise that I'm following traffic. You too, 773 November, thanks. Good afternoon, Sugarland Tower. Turkey 7738 November is number 2, lining up for runway 35, and I've got the traffic to follow in sight.
Turkey 7738 November, Sugarland Tower, Roger, runway 35, clear to land.
Runway 35, clear to land, 773 November, thanks. Electric fuel pump, landing light, rotating beacon on, pitot heat, carb heats off, mixture is full rich, all gauges are in the green.
Contact departure 162.
Nice easy little lineup for a long final. The GPS right now is like, you're going the wrong direction. What are you doing? Because I set the approach in, which I think is funny. Not going to put any flaps in because we are still pretty far away from the airport. And we have a little bit of wind. That's all right. 121.4 is going to be our ground speed. Beautiful.
Now, if you missed it, I of course meant to say ground frequency, not ground speed, but you get the point.
Looks like that little 172 in front of us sped up a little. No other traffic to be observed. Nice. 200 feet away from our selected altitude, but we're in a descent, so that makes a ton of sense. Continuing down. Not much else to say, really. Nice, easy flight. All right, heater off. A little bit more forward trim here. Add in a little bit of power. Those winds are causing us to lose some altitude. There we go, that's better. So RPM's 18, mixture's full rich, fuel pump, landing light, rotating beacon are still on. Always good to double check. Airspeed's about 100, all gauges are in the green, and fuel tanks are looking good too. First notch of flaps, 10 degrees. 225 as we get a little closer just because of those winds. But this runway is much longer than the last one, so no worries. That's looking better. Second notch of flaps, 25. Of course, those winds picked up right there, didn't they? enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button. It helps support the channel. Hit subscribe if you want to see more adventures. Thanks for flying with the Kviator Airlines, and I will see you next time. Bye!